Good evening, everybody. Welcome back to the Angry Cast and Fallout Shelter 2021 or 2022. How you doing? We are back in the vault, and we're going to do some quick stuff here. Hopefully, we don't get hit with an incident because I've been sitting here for a while. Right now, just to let you know, we've got a brand new right-away lab down there in the bowels of the old vault to produce more right-aways because we were always hurting on things. We're going to eventually put a whole slew of stuff here, including another hospital or whatever, to get us some more, and get us another set of stem packs. But for now, let's go out into the wasteland and do a junk run. Recover the main stash of junk, and of course we could always use some more junk. Right now, oh my god, look at this place. Our guys are building a vengeance, and we can start working on some other stuff as well. But we actually need storage. We're like so hard on storage right now. So yeah, how y'all doing? I'm in the new digs. I'm not in my office yet because it's still just like a bunch of stuff just laying all over the floor. I'm currently at my 10-foot island in the kitchen. It's just been the easiest place for me to sit at and work workspace. We still have half the stuff to get into this house. We got all the stuff from my house basically, and we're just missing the stuff from Megan's house, and that's going to be done towards later the end of the month. But for now, we are living in the new house, thankfully, and it's going to be maybe harder for me to get some stuff done. But I'm going to keep trying to get. Oh my gosh! Hello. Let's get this guy killed real quick. Yeah, before he hurts my boy real hard. Looks like the vengeances are doing pretty good on them. I mean, look at them things going. It's just killing that thing. Killing it hard. Yeah. Yeah, so like last Friday, like the last episode we had, I said, hey, I might be, unable to get out one on Friday because that was the day we were moving, but I had a chance to get in, and we talked about, I think, Prey, the Predator movie that was out on Hulu. Really good stuff. Not really a big thing to talk about as far as TV. I really haven't been watching that much. But just to give you, like I said, we talk about these things while we're doing work. Like I said, we are in the house. We've got about 80% of the stuff we need. The next step is to get everything completely out of my place, do some light painting and some other work, and get it sold so I can. I'm just trying hard not to drown, and I've got all these lines of credit and everything open to get us there, and just got to get there. And again, anything me doing this is sort of like a distraction in a sense, but it's part of what we do. I like to put out content when I can. I play some video games. I think I can put some stuff together. But it's always nice to say, is there a reason for me to be doing it? Is there an incentive for me to be doing it? And I hate to say that the word incentive on, incentivizing the idea that, I'm doing this for money, but it kind of helps. It kind of, we don't make any ad money on the channel, have not for some years, and I don't even know if it would be worth having, ad money as it is. I think I'm like 978 subscribers, so even if I got those last 12 or last 22, do we really want to start seeing ads on these videos? It's been kind of nice to not have to worry about them, I guess, for those of you watching. I would rather have like paid sponsorships, but then that puts me on the hook for somebody else to make sure I put out content that's good enough for them to be paying me for, and I don't necessarily know that we're there, or that I have that kind of commitment. I will say that we are trying to queue up some things to get going. We are probably going to be ending, I think, one of the series next month. I think we got maybe one more episode left of it, and then it's off to a new one. It should be exciting. I was going to try to get out an ad, like a commercial, little premiere on it, but I don't know that that's going to happen. It's all depending on timing. But for the most part, it's all awesome. Of course, like I said, I always hate. We do it every so often, though, talking about other video games while we're playing one video game. But to let you know that there are going to be some a return of like No Man's Sky. We have the Expedition happening. The Expedition 8, the Pulsar Expedition, going quite well. That's been finished off, and those videos are just coming out weekly. That is going to be done in a few weeks. Yes. And then after that, probably just regular No Man's Sky content for a little while. Maybe just picking stuff back up and getting back in there since all the bugs that I remember having before are now fixed. The issue there, though, is that is a PlayStation game, and I don't have my PlayStation here yet because it goes in my office. I don't want to junk up the living room. It's going to go in my office, and I got to get my office set up and bring it over. So it's been kind of like low on the priorities list, I think, for me either. Let's see. Should he be putting up blinds and fixing up the yard, or should he be playing video games on his PlayStation? Well, the answers may vary on that one, but for now, it's just let's get stuff done. Let's get the houses sold, and let's be in good shape. I think that being said, I would love to say that, I would love to get a PlayStation 5. No money for that right now. No real clear, need or for it. It's always a want, never a need in a situation. But, keep buying me copies. Maybe we can talk about that. Of course, first game we're going to buy on the PlayStation 5 is going to be, of course, Skyrim, probably. Or Grand Theft Auto 5, you never know. I highly doubt it. I'm pretty much not going to be... I will just play them through my PlayStation 4 on my PlayStation 5. I think that would work. I don't know. Can you even get it? I mean, is that still a thing? I mean, it's like, what? We're like 2-3 years into having a PlayStation 5 out there in the world, and are there still inventory issues? Is that a thing? This is how... I have been like in a bubble for the last few years, not just because of a pandemic, just because I've been so busy with things. Like I said, I have blinds. I've been putting up blinds. I had this was always a fun thing for those of you, home ownership being what it is. When you move and you go to a new place, one thing I would always see is make sure that you know whether or not your dryer will work in the new location. I know it sounds kind of like stupid, like what the heck is that supposed to mean? But what I found out was that we moved our dryer and our washer. Now, let me preface this by saying that the entire situation was kind of stupid to begin with. In the basement of this house, there is in the middle of the floor, basically in the middle of the floor on one wall. Actually, well, let's back that up. If you are looking at this one wall, which is the right side of the house facing the street, if you're looking at the wall at the bottom of the steps in front of you, directly ahead of you in the left corner was what we used to call a Pittsburgh toilet. It was used mainly for drainage, like to keep water, like kind of thing. And also, back in those days, the coal miners and all that we'd go use it because they were filthy and they didn't want to get on the regular bathroom all dirty. That's been removed and no longer there. It's been taken out and fixed. Next to that is the big honkin' furnace. And next to that is a big open space, and then where the washer and dryer was from the previous owners that we got rid of, and then there's a laundry tub, another space, and then the water purification tank. And on that, and if you can imagine looking at the laundry tub, you have the laundry tub with the hookups for the water coming out in one direction. So now if you think about it, all the washer and dryer to the left of the laundry tub, everything's heading to the left. 220 line on the wall, and there you go. The guys that was doing the contracting work in here to fix everything and rerouting on the plumbing and all that stuff, for some reason they put the hookups for the washer in the opposite direction. So now I've got why would you do such a thing? You've made me have to split up my washer and dryer on either side of the tub, which I really don't want to do. So that was kind of a bad thing. But that was only half the problem, and we'll get the rest of that on the next trip. So let's clear out of here, get everybody healed up and back to the vault, and we'll do it all again. Main stash of junk, yes, has been done. All right. Okay, we're going to go take a little bit of science cooperative here and send our dwellers out to the wasteland. Actually, they're already out there waiting. So let's go ahead and do that. Yeah, let's go do that. All right, where was I? Oh yes, so I don't remember where I left off at. So they put the hookups for the washer on the wrong side of the tub, facing the wrong direction. So now I got the washer and the dryer have to be on opposite sides. Now the whole point was we were going to move everything to the right side anyways, and put it in a bigger space so that you could get to the furnace on the left side. We didn't want to have have to move everything. We wanted that open space so you could actually actively get in there and fix something. And we also probably going to end up having to upgrade some stuff at a later time. So it would have been nice to have that accessibility to it. However, the whole point of that was that the windows on that side of the house are not what we'd like them to be. We want to replace them, and in order to do that, we figure, well, we're going to replace them. Why would we put a hole in the one for the vent for the dryer? Let's not build. We don't want to put a hole through the wall. It's like 2-foot concrete, stone wall, or like about 1.5 feet maybe. So why not just put in new windows, put in the vent, and then just move the 220 line? 'Cause it's a lot easier for us to move the 220 line onto the other side because it's just attached to the wall and up through the rafters, and it would be to just move plumbing. So we were going to do that, but that's where we ran out of money. So he said, we're done. We can't do anything else. We got to move in. So now I have to put, we had to put the washer and the dryer in and do all that there. So that was fine and dandy. And when I had a washer and dryer that was probably about 10 years old at the time in my house, and it needed to be replaced. The basket on the brackets for the barrel, the drum barrel on the dryer were not working that great, and they were snagging close. So it was time to get a replacement anyways. And we went and got, that was a whole other story, getting the replacement, but we got it from a local hardware store, and they installed it, so I didn't even see what they were doing, and it was plugged into the wall. So I didn't really actually take an active participating role in watching it be hooked up, so I didn't know what the pin configuration on the plug was, on the 220 plug was, when it was installed. So when we got to this house and we were looking at everything, and I looked at the wall and saw there's a 220 line, I never once sat there and said, well, maybe I need to check the plug. So we didn't even think about it. And then when we moved everything from the house over here, I wasn't the one who unplugged the dryer and loaded it into the truck. I was working on something else, and therefore I didn't see the plug being pulled, and I didn't see the pin configuration on the wall. So we were kind of, in the dark about it until we got here, brought it down into the basement, put it against the wall, and said, oh, guess what? There's a 4-pin configuration on the plug that's on the dryer. There's a 3-pin configuration on the, basically there's 4 different wires. There's a red, a black, a green, and a white. There's 4 different wires on that dryer. The green and the white can sometimes function together. So they may not be, you don't necessarily have to have them. You can have a 3-wire pigtail, as they would call it, on your dryer and not need that one wire. So I didn't realize that, and when I went to look, I'm looking at this dryer, I'm thinking, well, I'm going to have to figure out or get a pigtail, and we're like, well, what should we do? Which is a better idea? Should we get a new pigtail? Should we just change out, because we wanted to change out the 220 line anyways, because there was like a little bit of a frayed edge on the one bend that it did in the ceiling on its way to that wall. So that was a decision, but that would have been like 2-3 weeks out for us to get everything done, because I'm not going to be changing the electric on that. That's going to be somebody else's job. And we're like, yeah, maybe not. Let's think about this. We want to do laundry soon, so it would have probably been just easier for me to change the pigtail. Now, I'm not an electrician. I know really nothing about electricity other than it'll kill you. So that being said, changing out a pigtail is not that hard. All you do is you pull the back panel off of the dryer, which usually is very accessible with just a screw, a hex screw. It's almost like not a hex screw. Yeah, it's a hex screw. And once you open that up, you can see where the rings that, the pins go through, like the screws go through, the bolts or whatever, are through the wires that come out of the end of the pigtail. Red, black, green and white, or green, or white, whatever. So it was fairly a simple job. Oh, okay. You just look at it. I know one of these is red, one of these is black. They're kind of interchangeable. The other one's green and white. Pull off the back, just red on the one side. Put that same one on the right. That's if they're all lined up together in a thread, and then do the other. Do the middle. Pigtail, easy peasy, lemon squeezy. I'm done with it. The easiest thing for me to do was change that pigtail. Now my hands are not tiny enough to get in the back of that panel that great and use, and if I drop a screw, and those things are a little tiny because I get these big meat hooks, it could be a problem. But for the most part, it went fairly smooth. The worst part came trying to hook up the dryer vent hose, because when they give you these days is this accordion, like it looks like tin foil, and it's just so stupid. You have to pull it and expand it. It's an accordion kind of style. It doesn't go the entire length that you need, and then I needed elbows. Now there's a like I said, the concrete walls or the stone walls are like a foot and a half depth. I needed enough pipe to go through to get past, because I had an elbow for the back of the dryer on the bottom, and I had an elbow at the top to go into the wall at my old house. So I figured I would just pull the elbow off the back and leave the one on the, because it was taped to the wall. It was not easy to get out. Whoops, where am I going here? So I ended up leaving that elbow there and switched the elbow from the back of the dryer to the top of the vent pipe. And it can't, you can't go 90 degrees from the window opening, because it goes right into the window sill, that stone window sill. So I had to go buy a new external vent, and that external vent comes with 6 inches almost to a foot worth. Yeah, actually no, it was actually a foot. So maybe they're only a foot deep. It comes with a foot worth of pipe. Okay, fine. Put the elbow on the end of that, put that through, connect it on the outside, put it all together, run the collapsible pipe from the end of the elbow down and to put it on the dryer. Well, that didn't work because I still ran out of room. I still did not have enough pipe to connect it. I had to go find another elbow. I spent an hour trying to connect one end, put it on the other side, it would fall off. So I'd go back and I'd connect this end and go to the other side, it would fall off. I'd spent a lot of time back and forth. It took me longer to put pipe together and attach it to a circuit to get outside for the exhaust than it was for me to do the electrical work, which was probably more dangerous. But now we have a dryer and we can finally do laundry. So yeah, that's all well and good. And we've talked to the scientists, and we got ourselves we got ourselves 2 Nuka-Cola Quantums and a Lunchbox and Giddy Up Buttercup. We got more good stuff to take back into the vault. So there you go. Whew. Sorry, I'm trying to work and do this, get this done for y'all, and probably not my best work, of course. But there we go. We're coming back to the vault. We got no room in the inn for this stuff. We want all this good stuff because we've got collect 175 outfits, of which we need just a few more. Where are we at? We need 20. Yeah, we need 22 more. I don't think we have enough to get us a triple. We've only got 2, so we're gonna get 6 out of that. Maybe, yeah, 2 times 3 is 6. Yeah. So that sucks. We'll get rid of these small things. We don't need these. We want to keep these. Get rid of that. Get rid of that. And we're still in bad shape. Excuse me 1 second. Alright, we got everything taken care of now. We can get in. And I think we can maybe... Yeah! Made some choices, and we're good. Alright, 168. So there you go. We're going to continue to send some peeps out to the wasteland and level them up to 50. We're going to keep moving things around as we're going, which means we're going to be building the hospital down here soon. I have enough people going through. We got, what, 3 people here, 4 people here, 3 people here that are going to be finishing up with training, so they will go into the new hospital. I think, you know what? We'll wait till they're done and go in. We can build it. Oh, look, we need some caps there, Mr. Cappy. Why don't you help us out? Where's your friend at? Where's Bottle at? You're not doing anything right now. Well, shoot. Alright, there we go. Now you're doing the wave. And now you're doing the wave. Alrighty. Let's, while we're waiting, I'm going to send these folks out on another quest, because why not? 5 Nuka-Cola Quantums for that, because I won't do that online, because you've seen enough of those. The Vault-Tec quests. The daily, what is it, the weekly quest, the game show gauntlet. But they can go have fun. And in fact, we're going to go have fun, I think. We're going to go play with Bottle and Cappy and go figure out something else to do for now. Yeah, so there you have it. We are, like I said, we're still just trucking along, doing our thing, getting people trained up, getting all the way through. We've got 98%. Well, that's because Bottle and Cap is here. We're maxed out right now at 102 dwellers. Once we have more people through training, we can then put in some more infrastructure there, and we'll keep on moving and keep on going, and we're winding it down, but we're still trucking. So we'll see you next time. Hey, you take care of each other, take care of yourselves, take care of the planet, and we will see you next time. Have a good one. Talk to you later. Bye-bye.